Vlog number 5, September 22nd, 1708, day 2. Alright, so what I do want to talk about today is cult mentality and how people apparently think that by belonging to a cult, they'll make them feel belonged to the rest of mankind. And what I mean by cults here is it can be anywhere from not just religious cults, of course, but sex cults like the LGBT barbecue, whatever the acronym is. It could also be political cults, whether it be, I don't know, Kamala the transgender person or Trump or whoever, it doesn't matter. It's like, you gotta vote for this person or you're wrong and you must go away. Or you must vote for the other person or you're wrong, you must go away. Or you must say these pronouns or you're a wrong person, you must go away. You gotta be canceled. It's called mentality. So basically, if you don't act a certain way, if you don't do certain things in public, people are canceled. And this is exactly what cult mentality is. It's this rigid mentality that is not tolerant whatsoever in reality, and instead try to force people to believe and act a certain way. They have tolerance for other cults. See, that's what they mean by tolerance. We'll tolerate your cult as long as you don't run over our cult. Then that's fine. But you better follow the rules of our cult in public or else. It's like, it's dumb because it's like the universe is inherently open. You know, we're meant to be inherently open-ended. Evolution is an open-ended spiral, essentially, going from one point to another. So that's why sometimes we go by the same place, but it's different sort of makeup, I suppose, of different sort of manifestation every time we go around. But it's just like, what's the point? And the point is, it's people are insecure. It's just they're insecure about having no answers for their logic. This is by going logic mentality here. But of course, logic's not the only form of intelligence. So those who only operate by that form of intelligence need someone to, tell them what to believe and what to do. Which then gets into my second point, and that is how people secretly want to enslave themselves, despite calls of wanting to be free and liberated. And it's kind of an interesting thing here in America because there's all these calls for freedom, right? And yet look how unfree everyone is. It's quite hypocritical. So for example, we should be free of taxes. This is one of the most taxed nations on earth. There are so many tax regulations, it's ridiculous. I can say whatever I want on the internet. Yeah, good job, and good luck doing that on social media. Say something about the Jews on X, you're gone. That's it, you're done. So I wouldn't call that free speech whatsoever. Of course, their excuse is, it's a private platform. We could do what we wish, and that's how they get people. So there you go on that. But yeah, it's just like, it's not just, those things. It's also people walking into debt, slavery, buying things that they don't need, especially cars, other vehicles, houses, and saying, I own this now, but they really don't. They have a huge loan on it. They have a mortgage. They don't owe it. They don't own it until it's paid off. Other forms of slavery include addictions. So there's the opioid epidemic. There's, of course, all the illegal stuff like heroin, trank, etc. But it's people actually want to walk into it. It's kind of interesting because they do usually in secret. It's like, especially when it comes to money, And it's just like, why do you do this? Money is literally just pieces of paper. And yet people go out there and think that money is a god. That God doesn't even exist. They do anything for their god of money. And it's like, hey, dude, it's just pieces of paper. You're betting your life on pieces of paper. What does that say about you? Do you understand what you're actually doing? Are you consciously aware of the fact that you're putting pieces of paper as being more important than yourself? Are you aware of that? Or numbers on a screen in this digital age? It's just numbers on an LCD screen. Whoop-de-doo-dah. So, and this cause of enslavement, this cause of wanting to be enslaved comes down to not wanting to teach oneself how to stay liberated. And this is due to being programmed at birth saying, no, you can only learn stuff if we, quote unquote, teach you. And of course, we being, who they are. So that means you got to go to college. You got to do this, you got to do that. And you got to nod your head because everything we say is true. And how dare you have your own opinion? How dare you think for yourself? I didn't tell you could critically think for yourself. Why did you do that? You're going to get punished if you critically think for yourself. Look what the freaking crowd and what the public's going to think. You're going to think for yourself. They're going to look down on you. Oh, you don't want to do that. Oh, no. You got to bow your head and be like everyone else and just be a fucking coward. That's right. That's what we want you to do. And if you be a coward, we're going to congratulate you for being a coward. So go do it. Now, let's just look how the world is. That's one of the reasons why humanity is the way it is because they don't want to teach themselves jack shit. They just want to stay in front of their TV, in front of their cell phones, in front of their PCs, and just do what they're told. They go on their fucking sites. They're programmed to do it. They're programmed to do it. They don't even consciously think about what they're doing. They're like robots, basically. They're just like robots. They just go and do it. They nod their heads. Okay, so that's the information I'm getting now. I'm basically too lazy to actually, learn on my own and be critically aware of my own problems. So I'll just have someone else do it. Yeah, I'm just another consumer. And that's basically what they turn into. It's a big mistake thinking that these entertainment idols, these college people, will take care of your inner kingdom. That's not their job. That's your job. That's your job. It's everyone's personal responsibility to do that. College people don't do that for you. They quote unquote teach you things that they want you to know so you can be programmed to quote unquote succeed in the so-called economy. Whatever economy is left, of course. So you can gain green pieces of paper. Yes. And just be considered quote unquote rich. What is richness? Richness is not just owning many pieces of paper. No. That's not really richness. It's having a lot of something, but it doesn't just have to be money. You can be rich in other forms of wealth too, like knowledge. Oh yeah, you could be rich in that. You could be rich in love. Yeah, you could be rich in that too, and that's worth way more than money is. By the way, the currency of love is worth way more than the paper dollars that you're getting. So there's something to think about. And that's the kind of thing that stays with the soul, by the way, well after the body is gone. Those green dollars aren't going with you. Your house isn't going with you. Your ego won't give a shit, but guess what? That's reality. So there's that. Yeah, so that point has been frustrating me a lot because it seems like humanity doesn't want to teach itself how to get out of its predicament. It just seems to constantly beg to be pandered to be catered to at all times. It wants its hand held. But in the end, it's going to come down to helping each other getting out of this, not just expecting some invisible butler or some personal Jesus to come down and to just save us because we said so. It's like pulling a pocket Jesus out. I was like, Jesus, please help me. I need help with this car insurance payment right now, please. It's like, this is not how it works, buddy. Come on. So there's my little rant on that for the most part. Yeah, I guess that's all I got to say on that part. So thanks for watching my video and have a good day.